Hi, welcome to today's video. Today we're going to talk about commercials. So first, let's pause the video, go to the other video I attached in Moodle, and then watch it. Then come back. Okay? What do you think about the Japanese commercials you just saw? Which one did you like the most and why? Please think about this so we can all share in class. Okay? Let's continue. Now, let's read these sentences and let's think. Can you omit the boldface words? And what words connect the sentences? Let's see. People love to watch strange commercials, are usually funny. If you notice, if you read the sentence, people love to watch strange commercials, we can still understand the sentence, so therefore, yes, we can omit them. Let's take a look at the next one. There are strange commercials that are made in Japan. If we just say there are strange commercials, this sentence seems incomplete, so in this case, we can't. Now, the words that are connecting the sentences in this case are which and that. Today we're talking about relative clauses, so let's see. Defining and non-defining relative clauses usually connect with relative pronouns. Some of them can be who, which, where, whose, and that. Now let's take a look at this. Which relative clause is giving essential information? And which one is giving extra information? Pause the video while you identify. Okay, let's go ahead and check. If you notice in the first sentence we have people love to watch strange commercials, which are usually funny is extra information. This is called a non-defining relative clause. The second sentence is there are strange commercials that are made in Japan. In this case, this is essential information, and this is called a defining relative clause. Very good. Let's continue. Defining relative clauses. They give us information we need to understand the sentence. If you notice here, I am using the relative pronoun that. And if we omit the relative clause, there are strange commercials, we cannot understand the sentence, so we need it. Now, we can use the word that or any other relative pronoun. There are strange commercials which are made in Japan. In this case, I am using the pronoun which because I'm talking about commercials. Other words could be who, which, where, when, and whose. And remember, whose is going to be talking about possession. Let's continue. Relative pronouns cannot be omitted when they are followed by a verb. This is the original sentence. There are strange commercials which are made in Japan. Since we have a verb, in this case are, it is not correct to omit the relative pronoun. There are strange commercials are in Japan is not correct. Okay, let's continue now. However, these relative pronouns can be omitted when they are followed by a subject. That makes them optional. Let's see. There are strange commercials which people enjoy. Since people refers to a subject, it is okay to omit it. There are strange commercials people enjoy. Great job. Now let's take a look at the next. Non-defining relative clauses. They give us extra information or information that is not really needed to understand the sentence. If we blank out the relative clause and we have people love to watch strange commercials, we can still understand the sentence, and which are usually funny is just extra, a comment. When we introduce this information, basically the non-defining relative clause, we use a comma. It could happen that the non-defining relative clause is between two main clauses in a sentence. Therefore, you would use a comma to introduce it and a comma after your non-defining relative clause. Now notice that non-defining clauses cannot be reduced. People love to watch strange commercials, which are usually funny. People love to watch strange commercials. Are usually funny is not correct. Also notice that with non-defining relative clauses, we are not going to use that. Only relative pronouns such as who, which, where, when, or whose. Great. So, to summarize, defining relative clauses give us essential information, they don't use commas, and non-defining relative clauses give us extra information and they use commas. Let's continue. Let's go to our workbook page 40. Here, we're going to complete the advertising slogans with an appropriate relative pronoun. For example, we have the taste, diet, bites. For the girl, can't say no. Should we use which, who, or whose? Since we're talking about a girl, we're going to be using who. The man has everything. What should we use? Whose, right? Sorry, who. Now, let's pause the video and work on the rest. Okay, guys, we're going to check this during our class. Let's continue. Go to student book page 106. Here, you have main sentences. And if you notice, for example, in the sentence A, we have she offered me some candy that was very strange. In this case, we have a defining relative clause. How do you know? Well, you have that and you don't have a comma. And sentence B says, she offered me some candy, which was very strange. In this case, this is a non-defining clause because first you have a comma and you're using a relative pronoun. Now, we need to match with the follow-up sentence. They were red and blue, or she knows I don't eat sugar. Let's match. She offered me some candy that was very strange. In this case, I am talking about the candy, that the candy was strange. Here, we're going to match with number 1. Sentence B. She offered me some candy, which was very strange. In this case, I am talking about the action. So, we're going to match with number 2. She knows I don't eat sugar, so it was very strange that she offered me the candy. Pause the video and work on the rest, please. Great, we're going to check this during our class, okay? Now, to finish, please search for a funny ad on the internet. Just make sure to have the link before class so we can use them. I'll see you then. Bye-bye!